Hello, everyone, and it is Astron. And boy, it's been a while. Not that I haven't been procuring items for reviews, and I'm trying to decide, what to come back with, what to choose. Hmm. Normally, I'd put a poll up, or just pick one at random, or go with the theme. But you know what? Been almost a year since I started my channel. Did my first live stream. Actually, over a year now, now that I think about it. And, let's do something, interesting. When I come back, we'll see what it is. All right. And what was a few minutes for me was just a second for you. We have the Black Series Mara Jade comic book edition. Now, this figure was extremely tough for me to get a hold of. I did pre-order it on Hasbro Pulse when they announced her. And let me fix the lighting here just a bit. Looks a little washed out there. And they inexplicably canceled it on me. They reduced the item down to 0. I don't know if they oversold pre-orders or what. And after several days of scouring the eBays and the Googles, I finally managed to track one down. She is a figure I paid a heck of a lot more for because it was one I was really, really wanting. Besides Bastila and Malik, those are really the only 3 figures I want out of this year's Star Wars releases. And Mara Jade was one that I wanted more than any other figure. I've been a fan of the character since Timothy Zahn's books. She first appeared in Heir to the Empire as an Imperial assassin or hand of the Emperor for Palpatine. She was given a command to kill Luke Skywalker upon his death. And it plagued her. And she worked for Talon Card. And as a smuggler operation. And met Luke when they were crash landed on a planet together. That's also one of the first times I do believe you get to see Luke deal with the Esmiri too, which are the little salamander things, that lizard thingies that negate force powers. So to survive, they had to work together. It made her an interesting and dynamic character, strong and powerful in her own right, and just a really, really cool addition to the Star Wars universe that Disney will never, ever, ever give us. Now, I had some stand plates on her because, like most female figures, they don't really like to stand too well, little feet. But she does decently. She's got standard, like, cowboy boots, so she doesn't have a high heel syndrome. She's got your standard Black Series articulation. And this one's very tight. But I don't really mess with her that much. Now, there is a few things that I feel like they dropped the ball on. She cannot really look down at all. Her arms are single hinge. You can get just pretty much 90. That's it. You get inward flexion on her left wrist. The hand does not really want to hold her lightsaber all that well. She is not a left-handed character, but that is the sculpted hand that will hold it. She's got their scarf accessory here and the goggles. I believe they're all one piece. And I will never be able to replace this figure, so yeah. I am not going to pry those apart. The arm movement is a bit disappointing, especially with what they've been giving us with Classified and Marvel Legends. So why they can't bring that into Star Wars, I don't know. She is not pinless, but at least, they're not noticeable. She's pinless on her arms. Her right hand has an up and down hinge on her wrist, which is great for lightsaber, but that's not the hand that holds a lightsaber. It's for her pistol. To say I was disappointed about a figure would be an understatement, but at the same time, I'm glad I've got her. She doesn't even have a boot cut. Double jointed knees, so she can do some fancy yoga poses there. They gave her no butt. Anyway, that's probably a Disney thing. Heaven forbid a female action figure should be as hot as she should be. Looks like she's got the development of a teenager, but hey, whatever. The face sculpt, though, is gorgeous. I really, really, really like it. It reminds me of the comic book artwork from the comic version of Heir to the Empire. And I want to say this lightsaber is her signature saber from after she became a Jedi Master and also married Luke Skywalker. Her first lightsaber he gave her as a engagement gift, I believe, was the one that he'd lost in Bespin. So he'd given it to her. But as far as a dynamically posable character, she doesn't have it. What range of motion she does have is fairly limited. I did not want to mess with her ankles because when I first got her, I thought I was going to break the pins in her feet trying to get them to move, hence the stands. But if you enjoy the character, if you like the character, get her. If you would like to see Hasbro make more versions of characters like this, get it. Because unless they see the sales of the figures justify the cost of making them, they're going to stop doing them. For comparison, I'll just use some of the ones I got handy here. We got a Ghost Rider retro version, and there's the reason why the stands. So these stands I picked up off eBay. Got a pack of 50 for $30. Came with 25 of these little round disc ones and 25 plates. The plates I use mostly on my G.I. Joe classified line, which you'll see those soon enough. But as you see, they peg in. These discs ones are designed for dynamic posing. As you can see with Ghost Rider there. Here she is with a Photon version of Captain Marvel. Yes, I do have a couple of those figures. The Bomber Jacket version is the one that's in my collection for Midnight Suns. And we'll go with Padme to compare to a Star Wars figure. So as you can see, she is shorter than a superhero figure. Mara Jade, I believe, is 5'7". Don't quote me on that, but it's what I remembered off the top of my head. She's slightly taller than Luke, and Luke is about my height. So there she is with Padme. She is taller than Padme. That does make sense. Padme being a fairly short character herself, and based on the actress, I believe that's an accurate representation for the line. Another thing I've noticed is that there is not a good the scale of the 6th Sense series figures for Hasbro's lines do not seem to work. I'm going to point that out here as a minor thing. When I think of 6-inch scale figure from one company, they should all match up. So you got Carol here. standing flat-footed, and she's still just ever so slightly taller without a base. Then I'll grab Scarlet for G.I. Joe, and I'll set her next to him. And she should be the same height as Mara, and probably kind of is, if it wasn't for the fact that her base is thicker. I mean, they look well enough until you start comparing body proportions, head sizes, and you start noticing, oh, this doesn't work. But let's grab a superhero. And because she's handy, we'll go with 80s Rogue, which is not the actual 80s Rogue costume. I'm going to set her right in the back because she dwarfs all of them. Now, 6-inch scale lines, even though they're different lines in themselves, they don't mix. You could probably get away with some G.I. Joe crossing into Star Wars for army building purposes. But, you know, having a multiversal type display where you got Marvel heroes and MCU and Star Wars and G.I. Joe all together on the battlefield, not going to look right. Which is why I keep my collection segregated the way I do. There won't be many Black Series reviews on this channel, simply because one of them, they're all in storage, aside from Mara and Padme, since I just recently got them. And I figured I would go with one of my favorite new acquisitions. Though I'm rather disappointed by the figure, I am grateful that we do have the character. She fills a spot in my collection. She is definitely better than my custom in some ways, and in other ways my custom is better. And to put that in perspective, my custom Mara was a kit bash of a Hope Summers and Mockingbird. That's how I made her. And got like an extra Han Solo belt for her belt, and got a Luke Skywalker lightsaber for her, and pretty much there you go. You got a Mara Jade. And minimal repainting outside of her bodysuit and skin tone to match the head sculpt, because I just used Hope Summers. And I'm not the first person to kit bash a Mara out of a Hope Summers. A lot of people just did a straight conversion. But I felt like, you know, she needed to be more of a presence than what the Hope Summers body mode does. So anyway, I actually turned, I think, Hope into Asajj Ventress, which I do have her Black Series figure too, and I might do a comparison with my custom. I don't know. I thought about doing that on this one, and then I realized that I didn't seal the paint right, and it was embarrassing to put on here. But anyway, I'm going to try to get more videos more often, start being a little more frequent on the channel. The reason why I've been gone so long, and I've recorded some since then, but I never really uploaded them, either due to length or due to other factors I needed to take into account, and decided it'd be best if I didn't. But I've been really busy with work. I got promoted to a company pumper for one of the people I was contracting for. I let someone else have my contracts, but I still consult as needed. Specifically on one lease, because I'm the only one outside of like my dad and my brother who could run it. And, you know, other than that, I've just been really, really busy helping getting the company stuff taken care of. Currently, I'm house sitting a house that me and my brother have been working on for my parents. And sooner or later, I'll think about doing that for myself, because I really need a new place. So if you like this content and want to see more, please like and subscribe. Feel free to comment. I may make a video talking about the Dragonfly for HasLab. I think that'd be a good companion video to the Engine of Vengeance, and why that one failed, where the Dragonfly most definitely succeeded. I was one of the people who backed it in the first 24 hours. And in lieu of the overpriced Engine of Vengeance, I did get on the first early bird for the Ramen Toys Ramen Racer. So when that comes in, when it's released, I will do a video review of it. It's different configurations and versions you can use with different characters like Blade or Ghost Rider. Matter of fact, because I was part of the early bird, I was able to get the flame head sculpt to go with it. So I am going to be looking for a variant body of oh boy Ghost Rider here. May just get another retro, one body only. For Sparky to be on display. And I originally wasn't going to do it, but after playing the Midnight Suns game, you know, he kind of grew on me, just like Miss Marvel did playing Avengers, and that pains me to say that. But you know, they I'm trying to find a word I want to use here. Not very often that I lose track of what I want to say. But needless to say, you know, I do have some stuff I want to do for the channel. I need to get back on my reviews. As you've seen in the intro, there's quite a bit for me to go over, including some Valaverse and a whole bunch of classified. Got my Ninja Turtles 2 set. Would really like to get my hands on an animated Turtles. I got the animated accessory pack because I knew I'd never see it again when I found it. So I got that accessory pack to review at some point, but I want to start off with the movie versions of the characters. The only one I don't have that I wanted is the Toka and Razar and an April O'Neil, but April O'Neil is by my own choice because I just really don't care that much for the first movie, April. The actress is fine and everything, and she does match the comic book version of her. But that wasn't my April. Paige Turco from Turtles 2 is more like my ideal version of April O'Neil. I do believe they have released recently that they are going to be releasing her. And we're getting a version 2 April for the animated line, which I will definitely get my hands on. And this is coming from someone who's not a fan of yellow, but I will make the exception for Miss O'Neil. So I may wait on the turtle reviews until that figure comes out, but I may go ahead and do the 4-pack. Just haven't really decided yet. A lot of this has to be done when I'm get home from work and get unwound, and then decide if I got enough energy and stuff to set everything up to do a video. I'll be trying some new techniques. I've got a 4K camera for my laptop for live streaming. I think I may do try to do a video using it and a microphone, using my laptop instead of my phone. I'm looking at getting a Rebel as possibly my camera for recording videos. I'm just not real sure yet. So any support, please share the channel out, share the video. Check out my other content. I got videos that cover all kinds of stuff, different things. Some of them are work related. Other ones are just my opinion on things. Some of them are what I call story times. So like I said, check them out. And hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. And I will see you next time. And always try to learn something and be better than you were the day before. Astron out.